Hi, this is Ron Watts with a Barrina 24 watt T8 LED tube. Now what you got in this guy is a tube. See, it's got metallized backside and then the side that gives you all the light. And then you can see on the end there, it's just typical old plugs like you'd have in a typical fluorescent, but it isn't a fluorescent. So you do have to do some rewiring, and I'll tell you just a simple bit about that later. So let's take a look at how bright this thing is. So let me just tell you what I've done here. Since I don't have the fixture wired yet, I've just taken a wire and put a wire on one end, and then I've taken another wire and put a wire on the other end, okay? And then that leads back to a plug going into the wall, okay? So you've got one end is power and one end is return or neutral, okay? And that's basically the equivalent for a fluorescent light. As you can see, it is really quite bright. Now, this camera compensates for that, but still, you can see this is a tremendously bright light, and it is definitely as bright or brighter than the fluorescent light that it's replacing. And it's daylight because it's the true color. It's not a yellowish color. It is true daylight color. You know, you can see my hand in proper daylight colors. That's the color it is. You know, it's not a nighttime color. So that's what I've done. But to wire these up, I need to talk to you about that, and I'm going to do that at my desk. So that's enough of this. I just wanted to show you. Great light, looks great, very impressive, very bright. I very much like this lamp. Now we'll talk about a few things about wiring. Now here's where the rubber meets the road, so to speak. You can see the light is on, right? And here we've got a watt meter that's telling us it's drawing 22.5 watts, basically. So this nice bright bulb, which probably replaces a 40 watt fluorescent. Well, I'm not sure. I'll have to read the specs on that, but it's really bright, and it draws 22.5 watts, which is a heck of a lot better than incandescent bulbs giving out this much light. So that's fantastic. This thing puts out 2,800 lumens, which is more than a 40 watt fluorescent bulb. That's just awesome. And it's simple as pie to wire up, because you just wire your hot wire on one end and your return wire on the other end. That's all there is to it. Hot on one end, return on the other end. Don't confuse it with other fluorescent bulbs, or not fluorescent bulbs. They're LED bulbs that have all the power on one end. These won't work in the same kind of wiring fixture unless you rewire it. This one has hot on one end, return on the other end, really simple, works great, really bright. Big thumbs up.